सभी को नमस्कार। आप सुन पा रहे हैं मुझे? आई एम ऑडिबल?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Welcome all of you, all the students, eminent professor, teacher, writers, and all the participant, reviewer, author. You are welcome in this book discussion session. अखिल भारतीय तकनीकी शिक्षा परिषद द्वारा तकनीकी पुस्तक लेखन योजना के अंतर्गत लिखवाई गई परिणाम आधारित एवं अंतरराष्ट्रीय मानकों का अनुपालन करने वाली पुस्तकों से सभी संबंधित छात्रों, शिक्षकों, लेखकों को परिचित करवाने हेतु आयोजित पुस्तक चर्चा अर्थात बुक डिस्कशन प्रोग्राम में आप सभी विद्वत शिक्षक गणों, ज्ञान पिपासु विद्यार्थियों का हार्दिक स्वागत एवं अभिनंदन करती हूँ। सभी को नमस्कार। साथियों, प्रौद्योगिकी स्थायी रहे न रहे, पर पुस्तकों की रचना कालजयी हो न हो, पर यह सर्वसिद्ध है कि अच्छी पुस्तकें अवश्य कालजयी होती हैं। अखिल भारतीय तकनीकी शिक्षा परिषद की पुस्तक लेखन योजना के अंतर्गत लिखी गई एक ऐसी ही पुस्तक एनालॉग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइसेस थ्योरी एंड प्रैक्टिकल पर आज हम चर्चा करने जा रहे हैं। यह पुस्तक मूल रूप से अंग्रेजी में लिखी गई है। इस पुस्तक के लेखक है डॉक्टर एन.बी. बालामुरुगन। इस पुस्तक का 12 क्षेत्रीय भाषाओं में अनुवाद भी करवाया गया है। डॉक्टर एन.बी. बालामुरुगन जी, आपका बहुत बहुत स्वागत है। पुस्तक की समीक्षा की है प्रोफेसर अंकेश जैन जी ने। प्रोफेसर अंकेश, मैं आपका भी इस कार्यक्रम में हार्दिक स्वागत करती हूँ। पुनः आप सभी छात्रों, अध्यापकों और लेखकों का इस पुस्तक चर्चा कार्यक्रम में स्वागत है। मैं आमंत्रित करती हूँ एनालॉग इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस थ्योरी एंड प्रैक्टिकल पुस्तक के लेखक डॉक्टर एन.बी. बालामुरुगन को कि कृपया आप अपनी पुस्तक की विशेषताएं बताएं। इस पुस्तक से हमारे सभी प्रतिभागियों को परिचित करते हैं। क्या विशेषताएं हैं इस पुस्तक की, किस किस कोर्स में ये काम आ सकते हैं, कैसे ये विद्यार्थियों के लिए फायदेमंद है, उनको लाभ पहुंचा सकती है। डॉक्टर एन.बी. बालामुरुगन।
Yes, ma'am. Shall I start now, ma'am? Shall I share my screen?
You may start, sir. You introduce your book to the participant.
Okay. Yeah. Ma'am, shall I share my screen, ma'am?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes. One minute.
Yes.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, sir. You may start, sir.
Yes. Yeah. I'm Dr. N.B. Baalamurugan, Professor, Department of ECE, Tyagarajan College of Engineering, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. My book title name is Analog Electronic Devices Theory and Practicals. So first of all, I would like to thank the Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman, and Dr. Abhay Jari, Vice Chairman, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Venkat Secretary, Dr. Ramesh Unnikishan, Advisor to Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director Training and Planning Bureau. I would like to thank my reviewer, Ankesh Jain, IIT Professor in Electrical Engineering. Thank you for your valuable suggestions, sir. So first of all, I want to talk about the overview of the analog electronic devices. So this book is a comprehensive guide designed to provide the reader with a solid foundation in the principles and application of the analog electronics.
Sir, your book is not.
Sir.
Yes, ma'am.
There is
Yes,
one
ma'am.
of your main
Yes, ma'am.
your voice is not clear and
It's not audible, ma'am.
now you are audible, sir, but your mail is shown on the screen, sir, not your PPT.
What, ma'am? I couldn't understand.
Okay. You may start again, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Okay, sir. You may share your screen, sir.
Good afternoon to everyone. My book title is Analog Electronic Devices Theory and Practical. I am Dr. N.P. Balamurugan, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Department, Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. So, myself are very grateful to all the authorities of the AICTE member, Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman Sir, and Dr. Abhay Jeri, Vice Chairman, Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary, Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan, Advisor 2, and Sunil Luthra, Director, Training and Learning Group. And finally, I would like to thank Andreas Jain, Professor, Electrical Engineering. He is my reviewer.
Balamurugan,
I
sir.
would like, yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, your presentation is not visible, sir. Can you?
Not visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
In the 1 minute, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. Sir. Yeah, 1 minute, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Now
this
it is
is-
visible.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. So once again, I can start the first onwards. So I am Dr. N.P. Balamurugan, Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication, Tyagarajar College of Engineering, Madurai, Tamil Nadu. My book title is Analog Electronic Devices, Theory and Practical. This subject, it is most of them is a theory, and the theory is followed by some practical experiments. So first of all, I would like to thank the following members: Professor T.G. Sitaram, Chairman; Dr. Abhay Jeri, Vice Chairman; Professor Rajiv Kumar, Member Secretary; Dr. Ramesh Unnikrishnan, Advisor 2; Dr. Sunil Luthra, Director, Training and Learning Group. And finally, I would like to thank the engaged reviewer, Professor IIT Delhi, Electrical Engineering Department, for your valuable suggestion. So first of all, this book is a comprehensive guide designed to provide the readers with a solid foundation in the principles and application of the analog electronics. This book combines theoretical aspects with the practical application, making it an invaluable resource for the students and educators and practicing engineers. So first of all, what are the educational approach we have to apply for this one? The first one, it's an interactive learning. So each chapter, it's including the problem sets, practical examples, and projects to enhance the learning and application of the concept. The second approach is the illustration and diagram. So we are using the rich use of the diagram and illustration to explain complex theory and circuit operation visually. The third one, it's a supplementary material. We can access to the online resources and including the simulation tool and additional reading materials. So what are the target audiences? This book is especially for the undergraduate and graduate students in electrical and electronics engineering. It is also a valuable reference for the profession seeking to deepen their understanding of the analog electronics and its practical implementation. In the UG, we have to cover the ECE and electrical and electronics engineer. In PG, we are using for the ME applied electronics students. So what is the objective? So we are having three objectives. The first objective, we have to build a strong theoretical foundation in analog electronic principles. So we can facilitate practical application through the laboratory experiments and real world examples. So we can enhance the problem solving skills and support the continuous learning with supplementary resources. So the motivations are, we have to address the gap between the theoretical knowledge and practical application in the analog electronics. We can provide the enhancing and accessible learning resources for the students and professionals. So what is the book structures and content? Totally, we are having the 6 different chapters. The first chapter, we have to start it with the semiconductor physics. Second one, it's a semiconductor diode. Third one, it is the application of the diode. The fourth one, it is called the FET. The FET means it is called the field effect transistor. The fifth one, it is called the PJT. It's a bipolar junction transistor. The last model, it is the IC fabrication process. So totally, we are having these 6 different units. So the structure of this chapter, for the better understanding of the complicated concept and QR codes are provided for the specific topic for the better understanding. So what in each chapter we having some structure of the chapter. First one we had to start it with the unit content. The second one is a unit summary. The third one is the MCQ and question and answer. Finally, we are having some experiments for the each chapter. So in the unit one, the name of the first unit one, it is called the semiconductor diode. In the semiconductor diode, first of all, we have to cover quantum mechanics fundamentals and that related to the semiconductor physics. Normally, wherever you can study for the semiconductor physics, first of all, you must know its quantum mechanics fundamental. Because we will go for the nano electronics area, so you can go for the quantum mechanics fundamentals. After that, what are the fundamental properties of the electrical behavior in the periodic lattice? The third one, what is the relationship between the energy and momentum and application of the AICTE diagrams? So before that, we can explain about the what are the solid states, what the semiconductor, what's the insulator. After that, what is the difference between these three? We can do some example, we can do the periodic table on the particular topic. So the technique by using the impurities are added to the semiconductor to change the property like p-type semiconductor and n-type semiconductor. The next one, the mechanism of the trip and diffusion current on the application of the field. Normally, wherever you can go for the semiconductor diode, this two current, it's very, very important. One is the trip and diffusion current. When you can apply on the electric field, this two current will be occur. So we deeply explain about the mechanism of the trip and diffusion current on the applying of the electric field. Next one, what are the characteristics of the carrier mobility? Also explain. So finally, I explain what is the resistor, what is the use, what is the difference between the different resistors, how you have to design the resistor, and finally I will explain about the seed resistor. With the seed resistance concept, we can deal with the MOSFET channels. What is the outcome of the unit one chapter? So first of all, I clearly explained with basic quantum mechanics and realize the carrier transport mechanism in the semiconductor. The third one we are going to analyze the AICTE diagram for the semiconductor. Fourth one, it's design of the resistor and seed resistor. The fifth one is we have to explain the fundamentals of the semiconductor materials. In the unit 2, it is also semiconductor diodes. So in this chapter, we are having 7 different concepts. So first one, it's you have to describe how the excess carrier are produced or recombined in the semiconductor. So normally, wherever you can go for the electric field, we are having some mathematical expression of that Poisson equation, continuity equation, Laplace equation there. So in particular application, what type of the equation we are taking, and we have to analyze the characteristics of the second material. So here I am taking the Poisson and the continuity equation on the analysis of the characteristics of the excess carrier. The third one, we identify the band diagram of the PN junction in the thermal equilibrium, and we talk about how the P and N area are depleted. In the previous chapter, I identified the band diagram for the semiconductor, conductor, and insulator. So now we have to clearly explain about the band diagram of the PN junction in the thermal equilibrium. After that, we have to we created a small signal model of the PN junction to be utilized and in relating the device small signal current and voltages. After that, we have to analyze the voltage breakdown characteristics of the diode, and we have to discuss the basic principle of the optical devices, like it is called the photodiode and solar cells. Finally, we have to explain about the light emitting diode fundamental mode of the function. So what is the outcome of the unit 2 is? So this one, it is the core emphasis on the center of the excellence in each department. So we have posted the critical thinking and creativity on the problem solving problems of 1 minute. Sorry. In the unit 3, we are going to explain about what are the application of the diode. Normally, the diode, it's a basic 2-terminal devices. We are going to discuss about what are the various application of the diode. First of all, in the previous chapter, we are clearly explained about the diodes. But here, how the diode it can be operated as a switch, the first application. How the diode it can be operated as a clipper and clamper circuit. The third one, the Zener diode. The Zener diode is the special type of the diode. How the Zener diode it can be acting as a regulator circuit. Finally, we can talk about the photodiode and the solar cell and LED, the light emitting diodes. In the unit 3 outcomes are, explain about the diode in the switching circuit and describe the Zener diode as a voltage regulator and explain the principles of the clipper and clamper circuit. And also explain about the application of the solar cell, photodiode and LED. Finally, we realize on the application of AICTE diodes. So in the unit 4, we are going to talk about it is called the bipolar junction transistor. The first one, we started with the junction transistor. Who invented the transistor? Who discovered the transistor? Who invented the transistor? What is the working principle of the transistor? So the second one is, you can say, it's a construction of the bipolar junction transistor. Why it is called the bipolar? And third one, the working principle of the junction transistor. So I can say about the NPN transistor and PNP transistor. The fourth one, we are going to analyze about the various configuration of the BJT. So in the configuration of the BJT, I can explain about the common emitter, common collector, common base. So next one is, we have to go for the input and output characteristics of the BJT. So normally it's an input characteristics, it's a line between the base current and the base current and the input characteristics and output characteristics of the BJT. Finally, is the end of the unit, I can add it to some problem. That problem is including the operating point. The operating point is a very important concept of the bipolar junction transistor. Finally, we have to explain about, we explained about the concept of the DC load. This DC load line, it is also very, very important concept. So what are the outcomes of the unit 4 is, first of all, at the end of the 4th unit, the students are able to describe the construction of the BJT and describe about the relationship among the base and emitter and collector current of the BJT. And what are the various relationships between these three currents, and also explain, the students are able to explain about the various configuration of the BJT, and the students are easily they have to tell about the working principle of the PN bipolar junction transistor, and also the students are easy to realize the role of the operating point. And also explain about the DC load line for stability. The stability concept is a very, very important problem in the working principle of the BJT. So for the stability purpose, we can go for some bias stabilization circuit and bias regulation circuits. In the 5th model, we are go for the field effect transistor. Now the present in the modern world, the field effect transistor can be playing a very important role. So I can start with the very basic. So I started the construction and the operation of the junction field effect transistor. After that, we have to introduce the mass oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, and also explain what are the types of the MOSFETs. So normally you can have the E MOSFET and D MOSFET. E MOSFET means it's an enhanced MOSFET. D MOSFET means it is called the applied MOSFETs. So after that, we can go for the characteristics for the MOSFET. It's a transfer characteristics of the MOSFETs. After that, we can go for the mass CV characteristics of the MOSFETs, and we also explained about the mass capacitor. Normally, wherever you can go for the started with the MOSFET transistor, first of all, you can deeply study about the mass capacitor. Finally, we can go for the small signal model of the mass transistor. So the outcome of the unit 5 are the describe the construction and working principle of the junction field effect transistor. The student, they are able to know, they explain the mass capacitor, and also explain, they are able to explain about the depletion and enhancement mode of the MOSFET, and also realize the CV characteristics of the MOSFET capacitor. Finally, the student can be able to draw the small signal model of the MOSFETs. So in the last unit, I explain about the integrated circuit fabrication process. In the fabrication process, first I started with what are the historical transformation of the semiconductor technology. After that, what are the steps are required for the integrated circuits, and also I can explain about the crystal growth. So we can focus on the epitaxy in the IC fabrication. The fourth one, it's a fabrication, it's fundamentals of the fabrication process. The last one, we have to discuss about what are the various steps to create the silicon devices. So the outcome, course outcome of the last unit is the students, they are able to describe about the fabricate process flow and also describe the process vapor formation and ion implementation. The students are able to explain the chemical vapor decomposition process, and the fourth one, the students are able to realize the integrated circuit in the semiconductor industry. Finally, they have to discuss, they are able to discuss the fundamental semiconductor technology. So these are the course outcomes. So in the first course outcome is we have to describe the principle of the semiconductor physics. The second course outcome, the identify the passive and active component based on the characteristics. In the course outcome 3 is the apply to knowledge of the diode and special purpose diode in various applications. The fourth one, what is the difference between the BJT and the field effect transistor? The fifth course outcome is to design and analyze the BJT and FET amplifier. The sixth course outcome is to understand the integrated circuit fabrication process. So there are normally the course of the sixth course outcome. So what is the usefulness of the book is this content is emphasis of the book value in providing a comprehensive research oriented and practical resources for the students. It's pursuing the higher studies and research in the analog electronics. This book is aimed to achieve the following outcomes. So you having for the enhanced understanding of the analog electronics. So the readers will give you a robust understanding of the fundamental principle and theory of the analog electronic devices. It's leading to the solid theoretical foundation. So the students will have the practical skills development. Though hands-on the laboratory experiment and practical exercise, the students will develop the skills needed to the design and build and troubleshoot the analog circuits and effectively, and bridging the gap between the theoretical knowledge and practical applications. And another one outcome is the improved problem solving ability. The students will enhance the critical thinking and problem solving skills by tackling the challenging problem and project and fostering the innovative solution, a deeper comprehension of the circuit behavior in the various scenarios. The next expected course outcome is you have continuous learning of the adaptation with access to the supplementary online resources and insight into the emerging trend and technologies. The students will be encouraged to the enhance in the continuous learning and stay updated in the latest advancement in the analog electronics. This book will serve a valuable resources for the different audience, including the undergraduate and graduate students, educator and researcher, and practicing engineer, and contributing to the academic and professional growth in the field of analog electronics. So the last expected outcome, you have increase the enhancement and interest by making the complex concept accessible and engaging. This book will inspire the greater interest and appreciable for analog electronics among the students, motivate them to pursue the further degree and career in this essential area of the technology. I would like to thank for the AICTE for giving the great opportunity to write this book. This is my first book in the electronics subject. Thank you for all.
Thank you, Professor Balamurgan. Thank you. It was really wonderful presentation, and definitely audience enjoyed that. And before going to question answer session, Professor Ankesh Jain.
Yes.
Professor Ankesh Jain, he has another meeting at 3:30. If he is
Okay,
available, Professor Ankesh Jain is available or he left? Vivek, can you check? Vivek?
Sir, he is available, sir.
Yeah. Professor Ankesh Jain, just want to know your thoughts, quick thoughts, 2-3 minutes only. Professor Ankesh, am I audible? Hello. Professor Ankesh? I think Vivek is not available.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
He is left.
Anyhow, really it was wonderful presentation. Professor Balamurgan, just I want to know, is this your first book or any writing experience previous in other with other publisher or something like that?
So this is my first writing book for the writing book, sir. I am very happy to write this book, sir. Actually, after I writing this book, I have the understand a lot of the concept. In every chapter I am writing the book, I am know the basic principle of. Once again, I can study thorough the working principle of the particular devices and the application. Once again, finally, I can write it in the handwriting all the content in the in the written material. After that, we can convert it into the books. I think it will be a really nice experience. Sir, are you hearing my voice, sir? Professor? Professor, are
Yes,
you?
sir.
You are audible, sir. You may continue. Dr. Balamurugan? Dr.
Yeah.
Ankesh Jain? Yes, sir. Dr.
Okay.
You may continue, sir. You are audible. Some problem.
Sometimes I am taking the semiconductor devices for the second semester ECE and electrical students. So this the writing experience of this book, I learned lots. So in particularly this book, it can compress about the theoretical and laboratory. In the laboratory aspect, I can in every chapter I have to include it
Yes, sir.
and related to the PN junction diode
बना रहे, मैंने बता दिया है, उसको आज भेज कर जाएंगे इसे सर.
and PJT and field effect transistors and the IC fabrications. So I can refer the some more books, and finally I'm writing this different chapter. The every chapter it's also very nice content. I think I informed to my students. My students, I think it is 4,065 students. They can downloaded my total content. I included this book in my second semester book subject for the reference book, sir. And I am going for the nearby colleges. I am the board of studies member for the nearest colleges. So I went to the college. I recommend the book as the it is a reference book for the semiconductor electronic devices. I really happy that some college they have to they my book is as a reference book in the syllabus. Hello, sir.
Really nice to know that, sir. Any questions? Yes, please. Any questions from audience? Any question from audience? You can unmute yourself or just write in the chat. Any question for audience?
No, sir, clear.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, just for knowledge, for the audience, ma'am, dear sirs and ma'ams, what we are doing, we are creating content, original book content with the help of reputed authors, reviewers. We are creating original content. AICTE. See, Neha ma'am, post of this book. This book is completely free, right? This book is available on the eCom portal free. You can easily download this book. So what we are doing, we are making original content. Then this original book is converting into 12 Indian languages, and these 12 so that our student can learn their mother tongue also. We are trying to create content for that, right? One question is, how can we get this book in Urdu language? Urdu language, Vivek, can you confirm in this book in Urdu language is available or in process? Vivek, can you?
Sir, I'm just checking.
Yeah, please. And Vivek, I will request you, please show how one can download the book from eCom. Just show if possible. Vivek?
एक क्वेश्चन है विवेक, ये ई कुम पोर्टल, इसमें लिख दो कोई क्वेश्चन है, सिर्फ दैया मोहित देते हैं।
Vivek, can you share your screen?
Sir, I'm sharing. Is it visible, sir?
Yeah. It's
Sir, currently this book is available only in English.
only in English. Currently, this book is only available in English, and this book will be available in next 3 to 4 months. This book will be available in all Indian languages, 12 Indian languages. And still, we are also planning for 22 scheduled languages. Yeah, Vivek, can you show the site?
Yes, sir. First, any student or faculty can register in this portal.
eCom portal. Anyone can go to this eCom portal. You will see. Vivek, can you zoom your screen? Vivek,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
your screen is very, very small actually. Yeah. Yes, now it's fine. This is eCom portal. Just you have to search on Google AICTE eCom, right? And AICTE eCom, then you can search name here, search by book name. You can search, let's say you need data structures, you search and you found data structure book. Wait, just how to download?
Sir, for download, first anyone have to register their mobile number and email ID. Only then they will be able to download.
Okay, you can log in with your ID and just download. Just click download something.
Sir, this is the format to fill your
Register.
details. And after registration, then you can download any number of books.
Yeah. Okay. Can you share here link to download the book? Vivek, can you share the link?
Yes,
Just
sir.
copy
Yes.
paste, share the link in the chat box.
Mhm.
Okay, link is in chat box. Any other query? Any other query?
No, sir. Thanks a lot for ecom.
Thank you, ma'am. Okay. Vivek, can we close the session?
Sure, sir, sure.
Reena ma'am,
जी सर,
closing
थैंक
remarks.
यू, थैंक यू डॉक्टर लूथरा हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट को पुस्तक के बारे में जानकारी देने के लिए, लेखक से परिचित कराने के लिए। थैंक यू डॉक्टर बाला मुरुगन एंड डॉक्टर अंकेश जैन एंड बिग थैंक्स फॉर ऑल द पार्टिसिपेंट टू ज्वाइन द मीटिंग। थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू, धन्यवाद, सभी का हार्दिक धन्यवाद।
Thank you all.
Thank you, ma'am.